What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is going to be season 15, episode number 16, also known as the season finale, you guys. And this episode was titled Art Imitates Life, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor, you guys, and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Now, you guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta, shall we? All right, you guys, so before we go ahead and get into this review, I want you guys to tell me your honest opinions of season 15 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Have you guys liked this season? Did you dislike this season? Were you indifferent to the season? I think I'm one of those people. I would say I was just a little bit indifferent to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't say that I hated it because I still continue to watch it. And I can't say that I loved it. And you know, it's so interesting with Real Housewives of Atlanta. For the last few seasons, you guys know, seasons past, we used to get 20 plus episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know with season 11, 10, I didn't do 10, but I remember with season 10, seasons like 6, 7, 8 on up until I think season 12 was the last time we got a 20 plus season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because I remember season 12 and season 11, I was like, oh my God, when is Real Housewives of Atlanta going off, right? Because we were getting up into the 20s, and I was like, oh, Jesus, it's up there, right? But now we're only getting 16 episodes in the season. It's just like, wow. What are the ladies? Well, obviously, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know where the disconnect is coming with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know if it's the ladies themselves or if it's the production, right? Because one thing I will say, and does she have any scenes in this episode? If she does, we'll talk about her then. Yes, she does have one scene, but I don't know if it's the production or if it's the girls or if it's a mixture of both. But something is lagging and missing when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys have thought about this season. I did see that Real Housewives of Potomac, they return on November the 8th. I think I saw that's what they said. That Real Housewives of Atlanta returns November 8th. So yeah, we'll see Real Housewives of Potomac. Married to Medicine returns, I believe, the same weekend as well. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're going to see what those shows give. I feel like Potomac is going to get the same that it's pretty much been given for the last few years, because Potomac also has the same production company, Truly Original. So I don't expect a whole lot, but yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about this season, and we'll go ahead and just go ahead and jump into the review, shall we? All right, if you guys noticed my face kind of scrunched up just a few minutes ago, it's because I hear a dog barking, and I don't know where the dog is barking at. I don't know if it's in the apartment right next door to me or if it's somebody down by the pool. But either way it goes, it's a dog barking. So I guess we'll start up with Kenya in this episode, you guys, because I want to talk about Kenya more specifically, because I don't like how the producers did Kenya this season, right? Because from what I heard from Carlos King's interview with Kenya, Kenya stated that, you know, she did, you know, film her Kenya Moore hair spa, but they didn't show it on the episodes. And I was like, wow. And then for this episode, for her wrap up, they showed her damn hair spa in just some small scenes. I was like, that is so fucked up. Kenya filmed a whole event for her hair spa opening, and Bravo didn't even give it to us. There's one scene in this episode that I would say y'all really just look like y'all was grasping at straws, and y'all could have, that scene that y'all filled with that, y'all could have given Kenya her time to shine. That's why I say I think this is probably Kenya's last season. I would be surprised if Kenya comes back, especially after watching the interview with Carlos King. It really sounds like Kenya's on her last leg with Real Housewives of Atlanta. But Kenya, we see her father. So Kenya's father came to visit her, and y'all, we remember how her daddy is. Her daddy just tells it how it is, right? What was he talking about? Her feet at one point. He's just been brutally honest, right? And so Kenya said that, she and her dad, they had to work on their relationship because of that. And I absolutely understand that. I've always said, people always say that how, oh, I'm so direct, I'm direct, I'm direct. You can be direct with a person, but also in the same breath, sometimes being direct can also be extremely rude and offensive to people. So I want people to remember that. You can be direct with people. That's not the problem. Think about what you say and how you say things to people, right? So she tells him that she wants to have another child. And he was like, you sure you want to do that? Like, you almost lost your life when you were pregnant with Brooklyn, right? And so she says, well, I don't want to do it that way, right? She says she wants to do it via surrogacy, kind of like how Candy and Shamia have done with their pregnancies, right? Well, with their children that they have, with Blaze. I don't even know what Shamia's baby's name is, but we know that Shamia did it as well, right? So that's what Kenya wants to do. And, he then asks her questions about Mark, like how is Mark going to respond to that? And that is the $1 million question, right? I know that she says that she and Mark signed documents when they started when they started the process, right? But here's the thing. If you guys get divorced, then I don't know if that man would want to, because he would be, with the divorce, he would be responsible for child support for not only one child, but two. And one that he, let's just be real, one that he might not necessarily want to be even brought into this world. And there's nothing, I'm not saying anything bad in that respect, but, so I don't know. So Kenya says she hasn't talked to Mark. I'm like, Kenya, I think you might want to go ahead and talk to that man. Because, if this man is already giving you hell through a divorce and you guys are not yet divorced yet, I can't imagine he's going to be 10 toes down for having another baby. Like, I just don't think he would be, but hey, you never know. But I think the answer would be a resounding hell no for Mark. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. And also let me know how you guys feel about the fact that they did not show her hair spa. And here's the other thing about me. Y'all know I am not like the biggest Kenya Moore fan, but we can also call out right when it's right and wrong when it's wrong. And that was just dead ass wrong not to show her hair spa in this episode. I just thought that was just very, 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 very tacky. But again, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and we will go ahead and pause here and move on to the next person, shall we? Now let's talk about Marlo. Literally, when I was talking about Kenya's hair spa a few minutes ago and the fact that there was a lot of scenes in this episode that they could have cut out, Marlo's was it. That first scene we got with Marlo where she was actually Marlo's only scene in this episode, she was at La Boosted. And Chef Scott Lee came down there, right? And she was just talking about how she's worked with Candy and Garcelle. And there was nothing to that scene. I was like, why do we need this whole scene with Marlo? Like, y'all literally could have given us more of Kenya, but you didn't. And I was just like, y'all really cut Kenya's scenes for this bland ass, boring ass scene with Marlo. I can't even tell you what Marlo was talking to Chef Scott Lee about. I really couldn't tell you because I thought that I was just sitting there looking like this is bullshit, right? I do know that the producers kept asking Marlo if that's her boyfriend. She says he's not her boyfriend. Do y'all care? Because I know for a fact I don't care, right? But I just thought that was really janky and shady, and production is making Marlo, I don't know, I'm noticing with production, I feel like at times they try to redeem Marlo for some of the things that she says and does on the show. And then I also feel like with Sheree, they're trying to make Sheree the nucleus of this show, but baby girl, you could never be that. You don't have the star power or the quality. You don't have it. Sheree is not that girl, and I want us to stop trying to make Sheree that girl because she's not, right? But this was about Marlo. But yeah, that scene with Marlo, I'm sorry. I got absolutely not a damn thing from that scene with Marlo. Marlo and Chef Scott Lee, nothing. Crickets. They could have kept it. They literally could have cut that scene and just given us a little bit more of Kenya's hair spa. Like, I really would have loved to saw her. This season I've grown to like Kenya. I actually grew to like Kenya last season, right? But just to do that, I just thought that was a little foul and janky and fucked up. But I definitely want you guys, and this is no shade to anybody who likes Marlo. By no means am I shading y'all. If you like Marlo, I ain't shading your girl, right? I'm just giving my personal opinions. But yeah, you guys gotta let me know what you guys think down in the live chat. Why do I keep saying a live chat? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, you guys. And we'll pause here and move forward. Like I said, you guys, this did not feel like a finale to me. This just did not feel like a finale. But I want you guys to tell me your thoughts and opinions. And like I said, let's pause here and go ahead and move on to the next, shall we? Sheree. Once again, another scene where we got Jack Diddley Squad, right? So we see Sheree, and I guess Sheree was leaving her doctor's office, you know. She was leaving her doctor's office, and I guess they talked about her fibroids, right? So she was talking to her daughter, Tiara. And again, I really didn't get much from this scene. It was a scene filler. Like a lot of these scenes, for this to be a finale episode, y'all didn't wrap up any of their story. Like if they had storylines, you didn't wrap them up. We didn't wrap up Sheree's storyline because Sheree's storyline was about her fibroids, right? There was no conclusion to her fibroids. Now I didn't look at the final scenes. Well, I did look at it, right? Where they gave the wrap up of the girls. I didn't look at all of them, but this thing with Sheree, nothing was wrapped up, and I was just like, what the hell is this? So they talked about the party, right? And they talked about the fact that Bob had his daughter there. So I think Sheree is lying to us, but that wouldn't be no surprise with Sheree, because here's the thing: the woman. So Sheree said that Sheree says she knew who that woman was, but her daughter clearly knew who that woman was. She said she met the girl before, and met the girl at with Bob's family, and so Sheree is saying that what's her name, Tiara, was cool with Bob. But I'm like, if your kids are cool with Bob and know that Bob has this daughter, how the hell did you not know that? Like, 2 plus 2 ain't equaling 4 when it comes to Sheree. But again, we know that Sheree lies through her fucking teeth. Because I was just like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Oh my God, you guys. But yeah, let's pause here and move forward to the next scene. Because like I said, nothing happened in this episode. Literally nothing happened in this damn episode. All right, you guys, so next up we got Sonya. So we see Sonya. So Sonya went to go see Dr. Jackie, right? And you guys know that Sonya found out in the previous episodes that she was pregnant. So Ross was unable to join her. I guess he was down in Austin, and Marlo joined her, right? So I love minus how I feel about Marlo. I like the fact that both she and Dr. Jackie told Sonya, like, we believe that you're involving your son a little bit too deep into this pregnancy, because you were only 5 weeks. You hadn't even made it out of the safety net of the first trimester, right? And so when they did the ultrasound, she was 5 weeks at that point. But she was like, but the last time I came in, I was 5 weeks. But it turns out the baby wasn't growing fast enough. And I was like, oh, that's so sad, right? So then we later see in the episode where she let us know that she did suffer a miscarriage, right? And I don't forget where she was, but she was supposed to get a DNC done, right? Oh, that's so scary when you think about that. Because remember, I mean, Georgia's one of those states where they done changed the, laws about abortions and all that kind of stuff. Oh God, prayers up for Sonya though. But also Sonya, she does have, she is pregnant again. So congratulations to Sonya. So yeah, that was all we got with Sonya, you guys. So let's pause here and move forward. So next up, you guys, we got Candy. So really and truly, the only thing that we got from Candy in this episode, Candy was the finale party, right? So the finale party was for the movie The Past. If you guys did not watch The Past, it is currently on Peacock. You guys go and check it out. It's actually a really good movie. I watched it yesterday. Review is up currently. Definitely go check it out. It was a good time, you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I did, right? This episode being titled "Life Imitates Art." Baby, did it ever in that movie? Cause Drew, never mind. We ain't gonna talk about Drew right quick. But Drew was there, so they showed the trailer for the movie. Drew performed. Baby, Allison, I love how she rides with her sister, right? Because they got into it with Courtney. We gonna speak about Courtney in just a little bit, because in the closing scene with Drew, they had an interview with Courtney. I'm gonna ask you something about it right now, right? Oh, Ty was at the party as well, right? It says that Ty is Drew's friend, right? But hey, we don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. I can't say whether yay or nay, right? But what was I about to say? What was I saying? Oh, Courtney. When Courtney talked about Drew's son, I thought that was so tacky, but it's on brand for Courtney. Courtney is tacky. And I know a lot of y'all saying y'all don't want Courtney back next season, but unfortunately, you guys, I have to sit here and tell you right here, right now, I'm pretty positive Courtney will be back for season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just putting that out there for you guys. So if we see her next season, don't be surprised. So let's pause here, you guys, and do the wrap-ups for the ladies, and then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about Drew. All right, you guys, so Candy's wrap-up says, even though Candy didn't take home a Tony this year, she's not giving up on her EGOT dreams. She and Todd are producing a revival of The Wiz. The past is completed and has found a home. It is now available to stream on Peacock. So go stream it now, you guys. So Sheree, you guys, says, despite the rumors, Martell and Sheree are totally committed to saying they're just friends. Girl, did you watch that trailer for Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because he definitely snuck a woman into the cast house in Houston. But yeah, let's let Sheree do her. So it also says, while her many attempts to heal her group has failed, it says while her many attempts to heal the group failed, she was able to heal her fibroids. So congratulations to Sheree on healing her fibroids. Marlo says, although Marlo hasn't expunged Scotty from her life, she is continuing to work on expunging her criminal record and meeting with her life coach. The only doors she is breaking down these days are the systematic biases against foster children. Yeah, that's a good thing. I don't know what to believe when it comes to Marlo sometimes, though, because Marlo, I just think, is a liar at times. But hey, it is what it is. So next up, you guys, is Kenya. So I just really think that this is fucked up what they did to Kenya, like not showing her hair spa. But Kenya says Kenya is continuing to grow her family of hair products. The Kenya Moore Hair Spa recently celebrated a soft opening. The world's longest divorce just got a little longer. Mark recently moved to have Kenya held in contempt of court. I know you fucking lying. Mark is a piece of shit. Girl, give that man whatever he is wanting. Well, I know he wants Little Brooklyn to film on his show that he's trying to, get off the ground. Child, I hope whatever show he's trying to get off the ground, I hope if it gets greenlit and goes to a network, it is only one season long. Not even that. Maybe give it 2 episodes. Like the hell? Oh, he is such an asshole. Ooh, I know Kenya's ready to get rid of that man. But why do you want to have another baby with him is the question. Yikes. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Because they didn't show Sonya's wrap up in the scene with the ladies. And if you guys, I'm actually rewatching it on my TV. So you guys are going to notice that there's probably going to be a lot of jump clips in here. A lot of jump cuts in the video. Because I was watching it to get to their individual wrap-ups. So yeah, you guys are going to see a lot of jump cuts in this one, but let's get to it, you guys. So Sonya's wrap-up, you guys. Sonya's family has finally moved out, but they live 10 minutes away. She and Ross immediately got back to work growing their family, and now they're pregnant again. So congratulations, Sonya. Sonya might not be my favorite person on the show, but I'm definitely happy that she and Ross have been able to, do that and, create a new life for themselves. So you guys, we're going to pause here and we're going to wrap it on up with Drew Sidora. All right, you guys. So Drew. So I want to first put this thing out here. So, production wrapped filming on January of the 28th of this year, right? And the situation with Drew and Ralph happened on March the 1st of this year, right? So the cameras were down, but March 1st, cameras came back up, right? So Drew and Ralph in this episode, we see them. So Ralph has moved out of the marital bedroom that he and Drew share, right? He's actually sleeping in one of the guest bedrooms, and I was like, wow. So he came into the room. So Drew played for Ralph the video of cousin Courtney using the word bitch, right? So here's the thing, you guys. I know a lot of people are speculating, was saying that, well, she was pointing at Sonya. She was pointing at Sonya and she was talking about Drew. So she could have been calling both of them a bitch. I don't care who she was calling a bitch, to be quite honest with you, right? She said she lied and said she doesn't use that word, but obviously she uses that word, right? So Drew was talking to Ralph and saying, she has an issue with cousin Courtney and so should he. He doesn't feel like he should have an issue with her. And I was like, okay, if you don't want to have your wife's back and defend your wife, then that's on you. I couldn't, it is what it is, right? But what I will say is Ralph was being a complete asshole to Drew and even to Allison. Like this is literally part of his gaslight. I mean, he was just being, I get it. He might not, he says, what did she do to him? She didn't do nothing to you, but your wife feels a way about this. But you can see the dissolution of this marriage at this point, right? I was like, she said something about your wife. Your wife feels a way about it. So you should defend your wife over a woman you just recently met. And we don't know for a fact is your cousin. Like cousin Courtney, you were talking about discovery, right? What Ralph discovered. How about Ralph discovered the fact that we think that y'all are fucking each other? Discover that. So we also saw Drew and Ralph as they went to go see Dr. Ken. The reason why Ralph said he left, now mind you, in this first scene with Drew, he said he left the room because, Drew was coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning while doing the movie. They only shot the movie for 10 fucking days. They shot the movie for a little less than 2 weeks. 4 days shy of 2 weeks. So what are you talking about? I can see it if Drew filmed the movie for 3 weeks or a month or 2 months or anything of the sorts, but it was literally 10 days and they filmed it at Candy and Todd's house. Sir, get off the gas. I really hope that they were paying Dr. Ken to listen to that bullshit, because there is just no way I would have been able to sit there and listen to that, because it really sounds like they both were gaslighting each other. Because I was like, well, damn. Because Drew talking about how the kids feel. Now the kids may feel away, right? And then she put up the text message, and oh my God, I just hope they paid Dr. Ken a good whopping amount of money for that damn session, because neither one of them, I was like, can they both shut up? Drew included, right? Like, I just didn't understand it. I was just like, what the fuck? Because I was like, I want them to shut up. I was like, I want him to shut up and I want her to shut up. Baby, Ralph would just be Ralph is just a whole hell to the now for me. Like, Ralph is just a whole lot for me. I couldn't put up with somebody like Ralph. Ralph definitely does gaslight the fuck out of Drew. But like Candy's gonna say at the reunion, I do think Drew does the same thing too, right? I think y'all were two peas in a pod. So like I said, production wrapped on January 28th, which was Candy's finale party, right? But then they picked the cameras up on, March 1st because of the divorce. Then in the blogs, we saw Marlo and Sheree talking about the stuff that Mimi said about Drew and Ty. So then we see Drew doing her interview on, I believe, March the 3rd. And so the producers were asking her questions. Mind you, did you guys notice that both of them said they need to talk to their attorneys? Both of them said they need to talk to attorneys. I was like, okay. So then they did I think hers was March 4th, and then his was March 5th, right? And then they showed that, I don't know why they had to show cousin Courtney, because I could literally have done without her, right? So then, when cousin Courtney was talking about Drew and Ralph adopting her son, I was like, man, that is just low as fuck. You can mind your business. If you want to go suck on Ralph's dick, girl, go do that and move on. Skedaddle. Go away. What else happened? So, let's get to Drew's closing. Oh, so Sheree did come into her dressing room, and my prayers up to Sheree, for losing her father, and Drew's father also recently passed as well. So prayers up to both of them. But yeah, you guys, that was the season finale. I'm trying to get to Drew's wrap up. Rob got a peanut-sized shaped head. Oh God. The next woman that gets with Ralph, good luck to you, sis. And then cousin Courtney with her old crooked ass mouth. Like crooked ass fucking mouth. Like, ugh. He's standing that lady, but I know that woman's coming back I just know that that lady is coming back for another season. I can tell you that. I can tell you guys that right now, that cousin Courtney is coming back for season 16. Mark my words. She might not be a full-time housewife, but I think that she will be back for as a friend of. I really do think that cousin Courtney will be back as a friend of the housewives. Again, despite the fact that we might not, necessarily be the biggest fans of hers, I think that woman solidified herself a season, kind of how like with Mia, how a lot of people don't want Mia to come back for Potomac. I think cousin Courtney has gotten, solidified herself for another season, at least. Just keep her as a friend of and limit her this season. Season 16, please limit her. Limit the fuck out of cousin Courtney. Please and thank you, Bravo. Like, I know, again, I know we're going to have to see her. Drew, half of your areola is coming out of his top. Half of your areola is popping out of this gold sequin. Like, I'm looking at her right now. Like I said, you guys, I'm rewatching the episode so that I can get to. I was rewatching it so that I can get to the closings right for each women. I know that they showed Drew's what's going on with Drew. I think that she and Ralph still live in the same house at this point. I'm almost positive I saw them say that she and Ralph still are cohabitating. Girl, why? All right, you guys. So Drew's closing says Ralph has apologized for his role in a disintegration of their marriage. Not to Drew, but to People magazine. Drew and Ralph continue to cohabitate in their home and co-parent their children. Girl, get the hell out. But that's it, you guys. That is season 15 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys. Let me know you're good, you're bad, you're ugly, and how you guys thought about this season. And we will move on to the reunion. I've heard rumors that the reunion is 2 parts, but I don't know that to be a fact. I don't see how it could be anything longer than a 2-part reunion. I don't even see how it could be. I don't even see what they got for 2 parts. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode and this season, and we will discuss it in the comment section below, you guys. So, yeah, you guys, please subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.